to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I'm here to bring to you the starting 11 segment for Aston Villa against Everton on Thursday evening, 6 o'clock kickoff at Villa Park, and I'm here to bring to you my lineup. And don't worry, spoiler alert, it does not have Alex Iwobi in it this time, so hopefully I won't be subject to the vile abuse I received, no, I'm joking, last week. But no, I think it'll be similar to the West Ham game, to be honest. I like that setup. I thought it suited us in the way that we like to play at the moment, and the way that we do like to play on the counter-attack. We prefer to not have the ball, and then to use the ball well when we on the rare occasion we do get it, because we are quite well organised when we don't have it. So counter-attack suits this team, I think. So I'd go with a similar setup, so let's get straight to it. I'd go Jordan Pickford in goal once again, of course. He's really on form at the moment, which is great to see. So no argument about that one at all. Pickford in goal. In terms of the defence, I'd go with a back three again, because I think it worked. I know it's Aston Villa, but I think it worked against West Ham, and I wouldn't change it because it seemed alright. Whether Carlo wants to switch it up, obviously we don't know yet, but I'd keep it quite similar. So of course Yeremina is going to be out for this game, which makes a little bit of a difference. We haven't got our three best centre backs, but I would go with Ben Godfrey, Michael Keane and Mason Holgate. Now that's a controversial one, and I know we might get a few shouts for that, but I think the system worked, and I feel much more comfortable with Holgate in a back three than in a back four, to be honest. So I think he can do a job on the right of a back three. I know he's not been in the best form recently, but I think alongside those two, he can hopefully get back to some sort of form, because he is a really good player on his day. He's just been out of form recently, so that's the back three I go for, with wing backs, of course, of Seamus Coleman and Luca Dean, just as it was the other day. So I think that worked quite well. So hopefully it'll work again against Aston Villa. But they do have a different shape, so maybe we'll be four at the back. We'll see. But I think we were at our best with that formation, so I'd be tempted to go with that again, as I say. Moving on to the midfield then. Whether we'll have Abdoulaye Doucouré back available to start, we're not sure, because he was obviously in the squad last week, didn't get off the bench. I was hoping he'd come on and then he'd be able to start this game, but maybe he's fit enough to start this game, so I'm going to do wishful thinking and say that he is. So I'm going to start Doucouré in midfield alongside Allen, who played really well the other night. And of course Gylfi Sigurdsson as well, because I think he's doing well at the moment. He went missing a little bit in the second half, especially last week, but he does have that quality. And if we're not going to play James, I think we need that creative sparks from somewhere, and I think Gylfi Sigurdsson can provide that when he does show up. And he's been really good in patches this season, so hopefully he'll be able to do the same against Aston Villa. So that's the midfield I'd go for, and that's obviously dropping Tom Davies, and I thought I was glad to see him in the team the other day, and I thought he did well. But in terms of picking our best midfield, I would choose Sigurdsson, Allen and Doucouré. I think that's a really solid midfield, and if we're chasing Europe, that's a solid midfield to chase Europe with. And I do like Tom Davies, and if Davies was there instead of Sigurdsson, I'd be completely happy with it. That's just my choice, and I wasn't sure about it, to be honest. It's a not 50-50, but I'd rather Sigurdsson just for that creative spark, as I say. But yeah, moving on to the forwards. Obviously, that's dead on. It's going to be Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison as well, providing they're fully fit. Everything goes well in the warm-up, fingers crossed. I hope Evan Curtis is there. But yeah, I'm hoping Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison will be starting up front again. Dom obviously got his name on the score sheet again a couple of days ago. So hopefully he'll be able to do the same against Aston Villa. And maybe that back three might be able to stop Ollie Watkins, of course. I don't think they'll have Grealish back in time. They'll be missing a couple of... Ollie Watkins is suspended, which is fantastic news, actually, yeah. So who does start up front will be an interesting one. Whether they'll play Bertrand Traore centrally, whether they'll play Wesley, who came off the bench last week for them, or Keenan Davis, young player who's been playing up front. I think he scored the first goal for them a week or so ago. So yeah, they've obviously not got the goal threat of Watkins, which will be a plus to us, and put us at an advantage, I suppose. So interesting one, but that's how I'd set the team up anyway. I'm not sure whether you'd agree with those picks, whether you agree with Sigurdsson being in ahead of Davis, whether you'd switch it up. So let us know in the comments whether you would, because that's just my opinion really. Whether you would switch it up, whether you'd start Mason Holgate as well, because I've been the first to say that he's not been in the greatest form recently, but I think that system works for us, and I don't mind Holgate in the back three. So that's why I've put him in, only because Yerry Mina's injured, of course, and hopefully James will be back soon as well, because he's out injured for this one as well, but could be back for Sheffield United on Sunday. So fingers crossed, even though that's only a couple of days away. Ancelotti seemed like it could be a possibility in his press conference today. So fingers crossed on that one. But as I say, let us know whether you disagree with me in the comments as well. Let us know if you agree with me as well. So we got some positivity in there as well. That'd be great. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed the video nonetheless, and tune in next time on the Toffee Blues.